In a remote corner of the Grand Canyon lies one of the most stunning places in the American Southwest, Havasupi, home to the most beautiful turquoise waterfalls and red rock canyons we have ever seen. In this video, we will be sharing everything that we wish we would have known before making the 11-mile trek into the canyon. From how to get permits and what to pack, to tips for camping, exploring the waterfalls, and making the most of your time here. So we started our drive to Arizona from Utah at about 8 a.m. the day before our permit for the hike officially started. All check-ins happened through the Grand Canyon Caverns and Inn, which is in a tiny town called Peach Springs, Arizona. That day the cavern closed at 6 p.m., but I think at certain times of the year it closes at 5 p.m., so make sure to check on that. Here's the parking info for the start of the hike, and the wristbands that you wear, the permit for your car, and the thing you put on your tent when you get there. And then I just wanted to go over the reservation process really quickly. There are a few different ways to do it. There is a pre-sale lottery that opens starting on December 16th at 8 a.m. Arizona time and lasts until January 3rd. If you have really specific dates that you can go, this is going to be your best bet. Anything that doesn't get taken in that first wave then gets released to the public at 8 a.m. Arizona time on February 1st. These reservations go quickly and can sell out within minutes, so make sure you're ready when those reservations drop. Anything not sold remains open to the public. There is also a cancellation list that is updated every day at 8 a.m. Arizona time. We are pretty flexible, so this is how we got our permits. We found a cancellation that worked for us about a month and a half in advance. The reservations are $455 a person. All the reservations are for the same length, 4 days and 3 nights, but you're not required to stay the entire time, so if you need to leave early or just stay a night or two, you can definitely do that. We got a little Airbnb in Seligman, Arizona, which is about an hour and a half from the start of the hike to Havasupi. Honestly, that sounds far, but it was probably about one of the closest places you could get. There's not very many close options. So I wanted to go over packing really quickly. I created this list that you can screenshot if you want to that has everything on it that we brought with us. And then there is some paperwork they give you at the check-in office that has some campground information on it and maps and things like that that you'll just keep with you during the hike. And then there's some things you need to print out from online before you go. I'll show you how to do that. The first one is your campground reservation. That's pretty easy to find from the homepage, so you'll print that. And the next one that you'll need is proof of account, and so you'll go to the upper right hand corner and click on proof of account, and then same thing, you'll just print that off as well and bring that with you. So I just wanted to go over the food that we brought really quickly. So for snacks, we brought things like almond butter, crackers, chicken packets, trail mix, fruit leather, and beef sticks. And then we just brought one per person per day, and that lasted us perfectly. And then we brought some little treats and desserts too, which I'm so glad we brought. And we also brought a ton of electrolytes. We went through all 28 servings in this package. And then for our meals, we really just brought an assortment of like Mountain House type meals. And then that's everything for packing. Let me know if you have any questions. And then we went into town to fill up on gas because there's no gas stations for like the last hour going into the Havasupi area. So make sure you have enough gas to get you all the way there and back. And then we got some dinner and filled up our water bottles and our water bladder things, so we would have plenty of water going in. So ideally, people say it's best to start this hike around 4 a.m., but we didn't wake up till 4 a.m., and so we packed up all of our stuff, and then we ended up getting on the trail at about 6 a.m., which honestly was fine for us. It was a little hot, but it was manageable. We had some donuts from the day before for breakfast, as well as some energy drinks, so we were well prepared. So no matter where you stay, it's going to be at least an hour plus of driving in the morning because you turn off the main road and then it takes you like an hour on this road in the middle of nowhere up to the Havasupi trail. And so plan for a long drive in the morning. So the parking situation up there can be kind of crazy. We got there at about 6 a.m. and there was only a couple parking spots left in the main parking lot. But people just continue to park farther and farther down the road until there's a spot, so you'll get a spot no matter what.
What to do, baby?
Cav says this is going to be super easy.
Yeah, this is going to be like, just like shooting the breeze, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this beautiful view. I'm talking about the girl right there, not the other view. Dang. What do you call these videos when you just take them naturally? Because I'm doing that. Candid. This is candid as heck. Zoom in, zoom out. Dang, she ready. It might look like this.
Really?
Mile 1 completed. Mile 2.
Okay, so let's talk about this hike really quick. People will tell you it's 10 miles in. It's actually closer to 11 just because usually people don't account for the mile that you walk through the Supai village, but altogether it's about 11 miles. Also, we carried all of our own gear, but if you want to get a pack mule, they're $400 round trip, and then they can carry, I think it's 4 bags of 32 pounds each.
Mile 3.
Only 3? I'm also
Mile 4.
Fine.
Mile 5.
Oh gosh. What do you got there?
OMG, guys. This chicken is straight fuego. So
What would you rate it out of 10?
it is solid 9 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, so
Looks wise, I would give it a 4 out of 10, but
I would not even give it a 4. I'd give it a 1 out of 10 looks, 9 out of 10 for a total of 10 out of 10.
so let's talk about the helicopters. You can technically helicopter in and out. It's expensive, kind of varies between $100 and $150 per person. You can save money if you use cash for that one because I know there's an extra charge for a credit card. There's no pre-registration, so you just have to show up at the helipad and get signed up when you get there, so getting there early is definitely a good thing. People recommend getting there before 6 a.m., but the flights don't start running until 10 and they go until 1 p.m. Keep in mind that they only operate from March 15th to October 15th and run on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. There is no guarantee that you'll make it on the helicopter. It's just first come, first serve. And then they only allow 1 bag per person, so make sure you plan for that.
Welcome to my class about knowing if you're on the right path. So when you're going to Havasupi, you know you're on the right path when you see a fat pile of dookie everywhere. Literally everywhere. These horses are crazy, bro. What are they feeding them?
Literally. So you can't record or take pictures in the village. We did grab a quick video and picture of our Navajo tacos because they were amazing. So the Supai Cafe is just right in the heart of the city. You can't miss it. It's like right across from the general store. It's open from 8 to 5. I've heard the breakfast burritos are really good. The Navajo's tacos start about 11:30. But they told us the cook was late the day that we were there, so we ended up having to wait till about 1 o'clock. But it was worth it. The sweet one was my favorite. We got a Navajo taco, a Navajo hamburger, and then just the sweet fry bread.
Mile 9.
I needed a 5-minute morale boost, so Tav is taking one for the team, carrying both bags. So once you get past the Supai village, it's only about another 2 miles until you get to the campground, and that's mostly downhill, so it's not too bad from there. Once you get to the campsite, it's also first come, first serve, and some people are pretty strategic about where they want to camp. Some people like to camp next to the little water spout because there's only one of them for the whole entire campground. Some people like to camp closer to Mooney Falls because it's really pretty, and there's a little like stream of the water that runs through that campground, so it kind of just depends on what you're looking for. We didn't really care, but we ended up next to the water spout, which was really nice because we were refilling our water all the time. There's also a table right across from the first bathrooms once you get into the campsite, and people leave extra stuff there, like lots of extra food, jet oil, fuel cans, bug spray, just pretty much anything you can think of. So that kind of stuff, you don't need to worry about bringing extras because people leave stuff there all the time. We literally found an extra sleeping bag that we put underneath our tent just to make it more comfortable. So then we just got our camp set up and made sure to hang up all of our food bags or anything that the squirrels could get into. Here's our tent, hammock, food bag over there, more food bags and trash, got our water supply. After we got set up, we took a nap because we were so tired, and then we hiked back up about 5 minutes from the way we came. Tav had to check to see if his phone would connect to the satellite, which it did. Also, I forgot to mention there is Wi-Fi in the village if you do need to use that. And the water is beautiful, but it is pretty cold, so we honestly didn't swim very much, just to kind of get in and get out of the heat for a second.
The jet boil is working. Did we pick our dinner yet?
Yeah.
What's we out here about eat our first mountain house. It's lasagna.
How is it?
It's hot.
We had to figure out how to use our jet boil.
Tastes like lasagna.
Actually?
Yeah. Wow, the meat's really good.
Really?
No. Wow. Dang, that's fire. It's still really hot, but it's good.
What are you reading?
My book.
The end of day 1. How do you feel?
Tired.
Same. And we even napped for like 2 hours this afternoon.
True.
I definitely did not get the best sleep of my life in Havasupi, but we woke up the next morning and packed up our day backpacks. We put our water bladders in there and our water filter and lots of snacks and a mountain house to make when we got to the destination of our hike. We were originally planning on just going to Beaver Falls, but then we decided we just wanted to do the furthest hike there, which is the Confluence. It's a 14-mile round trip hike, so we weren't planning on it initially, but then we decided we might as well do it while we were there. This is the part of the campsite that's a little bit closer to Mooney Falls, so it has that pretty stream running through it. From the very beginning of the campsite, like where we were, to Mooney Falls, it's only about a mile, so it's not that far from the campsite area. We are today going to Confluence, which I wasn't expecting to go to. It's 14 miles round trip.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to mention is that we downloaded the maps from All Trails. We downloaded the map from the Hilltop parking lot down to the campsite, and then we downloaded from the campsite all the way to the Confluence. So whether or not you're actually planning on doing the Confluence hike, make sure you download that map because it's really helpful in getting to Mooney Falls, Beaver Falls, as well as the Confluence. Also, the descent down to Mooney Falls can be a little bit sketchy, but just as long as you go slow, hold on to the chain, and keep moving, you'll make it down totally fine. We just brought our Tivas on this hike because there were a lot of water crossings and a lot of time we had to get our feet wet, but something like this water shoe probably could have been a little bit more helpful. We did bring socks though, just in case our feet started to get blisters or get sore, that we could put on underneath our Tivas.
We're kind of button heads for a second. Wow. Thank Hey, Oasis time! Dude, this is sketchy part.
Really?
Or is this like somebody bring out the first aid kit. Psych, I ain't no pansy.
Beaver Falls is beautiful. It's about 3 miles from the very beginning of the campsite, and so if you went just to Beaver Falls and back, you'd be doing about 6 miles round trip. There's lots to do there. You can jump up on the cliffs and go cliff jumping. You can climb up and go up above the waterfall and go exploring, or you can just swim, but it's a fun place. Even if you were to just hang out there for the entire day, there's plenty to do. So this cave is the sign that you're almost to the Confluence. Once you pass that cave, try and stay on the left-hand side whenever possible, because it does kind of veer off and you'll want to be on the left-hand side once it does split. The Confluence ended up being a lot longer hike than we planned on it being. Technically, this hike is about 14 miles round trip, but I think just from veering off trail so much accidentally, and then also just checking things out, playing around at Beaver Falls, our phones clocked about 18 miles round trip, so just be prepared for that. We definitely weren't prepared to factor in that extra time. So the confluence is technically where Havasu Creek meets the Colorado River, and it is in Grand Canyon National Park.
It's a big river.
I'm so glad we brought this.
True.
How's it look? Huh?
Fuego.
Oh, fuego. So then we started our trek home. The biggest mistake that we made on this hike was leaving too late in the morning. We left at about 9 a.m. and then we stayed at Beaver Falls for about an hour and a half. We did not realize how long it was going to take coming back. My phone died almost right when we started heading home, and then we didn't get back till about 10:30 p.m. and so we did the last hour and a half of this hike in the dark. We made it back with Tav's phone flashlight, and his phone only had 2% by the time we made it back to camp. This is a picture of us doing Mooney Falls in the dark with only Tav's phone flashlight. Going to church today.
Yeah, about to get that bread and water though. Whoa, it's like crumbly as heck. But this is gonna be good, I can tell. It just tastes just like white.
No, stop it. No, it doesn't.
That's actually fire.
Really? We played some Monopoly Deal, and then we went to the waterfall that's only like 5 minutes from the campsite called Havasu Falls and did some cliff jumping through the waterfall. I'm going to put a sped up version of Tav doing this in here so you can see how to get up. But you go over to the very left side of the waterfall. If you're looking at the waterfall, there's these built-in like hand grips and footholds you can use to climb up. And so you just find the path and climb all the way up. And then you almost have to come down a little bit. So you almost make like a little candy cane shape. And then you just jump through the waterfall and then make sure to jump far so you make it all the way through the waterfall. It sounds a little bit sketchy and you do have to be careful climbing up, but it ended up being super safe. So definitely try it.
I was scared to tell you, it was easier. Watch the technique as she flips the slider. Strong. Whoa. Oh. That's freaking funny. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh.
So we cleaned up what we could at our campsite the night before and then woke up at 3:30 a.m. and cleaned everything else up. And then we probably left around 4 a.m. to head back up to the top to our car. We did think about taking the helicopter out, but then we decided by the time we got in the helicopter, we'd be close to finishing anyways. And just since it was our first time, we just wanted to do it the real way. And we're glad we left as early as we did because the last part of the hike is like 2 miles straight up. It also has pretty much no shade, so make sure you save some of your water for the end. We're almost there.
We survived barely. So good. It's so sweet.
Wow.
There you go. That was hard.
Most of the gear that we got was from Amazon, so I'll drop links for that stuff down below and then let me know if you have any questions.